Are you a renter? Do you rent a home in the state of Washington? Well, here's a question for you. Did you know that the state of Washington will actually give you a down payment to buy a house for yourself? Now, the cool thing about this is that they're going to give you the down payment, 3 to 5%, depending on where you are financially. And it doesn't have to be paid back until you sell the house or refinance the house or pay off the loan. Now, the cool thing about this is that there's no interest on it. You don't have to make a monthly payment. You don't have to do anything. It's what's called a silent second. It just sits in the background. Now, one more reason to buy a house. Did you also know that the federal government is willing to pay you to own a home? In fact, they're willing to pay you to own as many homes as you want. Now, how do I mean that? Okay, quite simply, the way you do that is that you write off your interest rate. Yeah, you get to write off your interest rate when you buy a home. Not only that, but you get to write off your property taxes up to $10,000. Not only that, if you're not putting 20% down, there's a thing that you got to pay for called mortgage insurance. As of this year, Trump put into place that you get to actually write that off also. Now, the amount that you get to write off is all dependent on your income. Okay, when you buy a home, let's just say you have $20,000 in interest payments and everything else, but you don't make enough to write off the full amount, that you're going to have to talk to a CPA. I am not a CPA. What I do know is that you can write off your interest payments on your loan for buying a house. So let me say this again. If you're renting in the state of Washington, Washington State will give you 3 to 5% down. The federal government will allow you to write off on your yearly taxes the interest amount that you're paying for your loan. You also get to write off your property taxes up to $10,000. And if you have a loan that's less than 20%, you're going to have mortgage insurance, you get to write that off also. So basically, the government's paying you to own a home. Your payment's going to be steady. It's not going to go up every year. Now, your homeowner's insurance might go up, your property taxes might go up, I get that, but your loan does not go up every year. Now, here's the bonus. If you actually do the Washington Home Affordability Program, that loan will allow you to potentially also do what's called a 3-2-1 buy down, where you could actually buy a home right now with an interest rate for your first year, 3%. Second year's 4%, then 5%. That gives you time to do what you need to do. Hey, it's Ken Rosengren. You want to know more? Let me know. Send me a message. Later.